Welcome back. I'm Michael Bull, and this is America's Commercial Real Estate Show. Today, we're talking about technology. My guests are Bruce Kirsch, Nathan Graham, Wayne D'Amico, and Vishu Ramanathan. And he is CEO of Buildout, and Wayne is president of Xceligent. And I'd like to talk about Buildout a little bit here. It's a credible product. I know because we're integrating it right now. But who is it for our listeners and viewers?
So Buildout is a marketing platform that's built specifically for the commercial real estate brokerage. What it does is lets you manage your listing process from beginning to end. So you put all of your listings in Buildout, and then you can manage the whole listing from proposal onto the market and into closing the deal. And the idea is that it lets you create and produce all your marketing in one place and then also publish it. That's it in a button.
Yeah, so we can use this. So once we put it in Buildout, and then from there we can go ahead and create our proposals, right? Our offer memorandums.
Exactly. So my partner and I are software developers, and we came to commercial real estate because we saw, 5-10 years ago, there wasn't a lot of software going on. And so that was an opportunity for us to just come in and be useful. So what we saw was a lot of people were spending a lot of time doing the same kind of work over and over again, and we just made that work more efficient and higher quality, and from a very practical standpoint, just helped everybody operate more effectively and better.
Right, so when I change the information then on my property in Buildout, and it changes my offer memorandums, and then it also adjusts it at the same time on my website, right?
Absolutely. So the idea is that once your information is in electronic form, you shouldn't have to enter it over and over again. Now that's a vision right now in commercial real estate. Right now, if you were going to talk about commercial real estate, I think the word you would use is cluster. Because there are clusters of integration all across the network, right?
Yeah.
So we don't have a fully integrated system, but we're definitely on our direction, in moving in that direction, and I actually think that that's a really, really big deal. So on a small scale, right, we have a document platform that integrates with your database. So that's a simple integration, but what that lets you do is take work that would otherwise be production work and not have to just do it over and over again, and then you can focus on your art, right? So that simple integration makes things more effective. But then when you start to integrate multiple systems together, then you can choose the best solution at each node of the problem. So you can choose the best valuation framework or the best research tool. And all of those systems will operate together. Now, like I said, it's still really very much the beginning of that, but I'm excited about what I'm seeing in terms of the direction we're moving.
Okay, and once I change that information or put that information in the website, in the offer memorandum with one stroke, then can I send that out to some systems, some of the marketing systems?
Absolutely. So we integrate with a number of different syndication partners, not every single one. So the vision is still something that's coming on its way. But one of the ones that we integrate with is commercial search in some of their markets.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. We're happy to do that.
Yeah, and let's hear about commercial search.
Well, so commercial search is the front-facing public marketing platform that Xceligent has across the country. And we've been accepting a syndication feed from the customers in Buildout, so they have all their data, they have a listing. I believe in the back section there's a whole list of the companies that you have relationships with, and you can check a commercial search box and it'll flow the relevant data fields that we've aligned up. It's interesting listening to it. Technology is all about speed, but technology in commercial real estate is not about speed. It's amazing the length of time for adoption, and for you not being in the business. I've been in the business 30 years, probably like you, maybe a little shorter than you, Michael, but we've been, in essence, talking about this for years, at least the last 15 years, where technology certainly was at a point to try to get there. The residential business versus the commercial business certainly got on board with databases and technologies and flows, but the commercial real estate industry just never really caught up. But we are in a new day, and I think it's convergence of the capacity, the capabilities, but there's just a collaborative environment, and I think the people you see sitting at this room is the example of that.
There has been a change. We are in a new day. I think that would be when it comes to integration, that's one of the things that I would say has been a big change, right? I've only been in commercial real estate in 7 years, but in that short time period, I've definitely seen a change, right? There used to be this idea that nobody used software in commercial real estate, right? Like, oh man, we're the oldest, slowest, way behind kind of situation.
Dinosaurs sometimes.
Dinosaurs, exactly. Right.
Easy.
Hold on to your own dad.
Easy. There's a broker over here. Easy.
Exactly. No. But I think that so both of these guys talked about how their systems are easy to use, right? And useful and valuable, right? So it wasn't because brokers didn't want to have a useful, valuable, easy to use system to help them make money, right? Brokers love everything about that. The problem was that nothing like that existed, right? Now, what we've seen in the last, few years, I would say, not even 7, more like 3, 4, is people are starting to actually adopt and use software. Right. And then in those clusters, the software is starting to integrate. And to me, I think this is an extremely exciting thing that's happening. Not because it's happening today, but because I think that I can see it happening soon. That as those clusters start to connect, the opportunity to bring in new solutions that are best for each person. So a simplified valuation tool compared to something that you need a PhD to use, right? Like each solution is right for the right person. So we integrate with a lot of different solutions, from CRMs to syndication channels. There's a lot of software out there that's going to continue to make commercial real estate better and better and better. But the framework we've laid over the last few years is we've got actual adoption finally in an integrated environment that creates an ecosystem.
Right, and I think some of the reason that it's being adopted more is, the economy is more robust, and you're talking about systems for brokers, and so we have to have the money to spend on it, but also the cost has come down. You guys have created technology that is really valuable for the investment. And that's been incredible. Talk some more about the integration, because I think that's what's key, because a lot of the stuff that we've used in the past, you're right, it's kind of been siloed, and it was expensive. And now kind of the prices have come down and it all works together. So commercial search, now that's a place, I got a lead from commercial search this morning. Thank you very much. And so anybody listening to this show on YouTube or iTunes or wherever on the radio stations can go there now and look at properties, right now.
Commercialsearch.com, it's free to post and free to view.
What a country.
Yeah. Actually, it's been done before, but then it changed.
And so if the broker is using Buildout, then it's automatically feeding there.
Right. Well, and it's all about the workflow. Yeah. The industry hasn't evolved much with regard to what it takes from the start of the process to the end of the process. There are other things converging as well, where I think it used to be a broker was a broker, and that was commercial real estate. But the commercial real estate segment is much more diverse, and with the capitalization, in essence, of a certain segments of the commercial real estate business, you're getting a level of sophistication in the users coming, and appraisers, and there's a convergence. They used to all be siloed, but I think there's also a larger community, if you will, of the people. So brokers, though, had a task. They woke up in the morning, they had to make phone calls to see if they can get inventory for whatever side of the deal they were going to pursue. They were going to represent somebody using real estate or somebody buying real estate. And so that had a process. And the things that the Buildout has come together, it says, well, we're going to check off a couple of boxes of those tasks. The integration happens when you start stitching together the other specializations of people. So when you have a commercial search, which is the front-facing marketing side of the Xceligent world, well, then that's at a point of somebody worked on a listing, had the property ready to roll, and you push it out into that universe for outward marketing.
Yeah.
There's also the front end, where the research happens, and that's another area that we can talk about.
All right, we're going to take a short break. I want to hear some more about technology and why you want a broker that uses it, and if you're a broker, how to get more out of it. Stay with us. This is America's Commercial Real Estate Show.